Welcome back to Real Christianity with Rev Kev. As they say in our jungle village, yaki yaki. I recently visited the Ark in the Ark Encounter in Kentucky, and I didn't go with great expectations, and I thought it'd be a little cheesy and gimmicky, and you know what? I was quite impressed. Well, of course, when you go in with low expectations, you can be impressed, but I didn't find it cheesy or gimmicky at all. The first thing that's overwhelming is just the size. And they talk about the Bible giving definitions about how long or big it was, and the questions over the definition of cubit. So they took a conservative estimate. And the whole thing talked about, well, how did they fit so many animals? And what about feeding? And what about cleaning up? And what about storing food for the people? And drinking water and all those things? There was so much ingenuity. Some of that they've discovered from things at that time. Some of they speculated a little bit. But I found it absolutely fascinating. Did they grow things while they were on the ark? Were there skylights, that kind of thing, that allowed some light to come in? What about, there's so many questions I have, and I'm not a scientist, and there's science questions, but they answered a lot of things. One of the questions I had were, could there really even be a global flood? We have such huge mountains now. And they talk about, well, pre-flood, we don't know what it looked like, but the Bible talks about when water came from underneath the fountains of the deep, and there was a breaking up of the ground, and mountains were thrust forward in the process of volcanic activity, and that well could have taken place after the flood. I'm not a scientist again. I don't have all the questions answered, but I do want to say the Ark Encounter was quite impressive. So much information to process. And again, I hadn't studied deeply the scientific questions, but I was just impressed. And it reminded me what a good God we have, and that He saved people, and He's in the process of saving people today. And I came away just impressed and just thankful for a God who saved then and continues to save. This has been Real Christianity with Rev Kev. Yaki yaki.